guys, this is Skylar. I've been playing around lately and I wanted to share something with you guys, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of an experiment, but I was going to show it as I went along, and I'll use the magic of YouTube for speed on this, but just basically want to show you how to make butter without a butter churn or anything like that. Number one, get you some heavy whipping cream and a mason jar. Just take the mason jar and put it up there. Then you'll want some salt, and you'll salt it to taste, and that's really just going to be an experiment on your part. Generally for this much I do about a tablespoon, a little bit more, maybe a tablespoon and a quarter, and put it in there. So you have your salt, and that's for salted butter. If you don't want salted butter, you don't have to do that. The experiment that I'm going to be doing with this batch here is I'm going to be adding a little bit of honey, and I'm going to try and make a honey butter and see how it turns out. But other than adding the honey, making regular butter is going to be done the same way. So basically all you do is shake it up. Now, so what I'll do, just show you, and all you do is just seal it up and you start shaking it. Now I have learned that you'll get fatigued pretty quick, but this takes about 20 minutes or so, sometimes longer. Basically you'll know when it's ready, but I usually grab it like this and I can really get it churned up like that. Once it's done, you'll see it, the butter will be in a clump in the bottom as it thickens up, and then you'll have a byproduct of what looks like milk all around it. That byproduct is buttermilk. I don't like buttermilk, so I pour it off and throw it away. But anyway, I'm going to stop here and get back with you in a little bit after I have it shaken up for a little bit. But you'll see a little bit of color changes, because in my batch here that I'm doing, I'm going to be adding some honey. So anyway, here it goes. Okay guys, what I'm doing now is, since I'm going to be jarring some of these, and it will be another thing that I put on to the end of it, I'll go ahead and show this too. Basically I have some small jars about this big. They're down inside here. I can't pull them out, it'll burn me. But I'm sterilizing some jars and some lids, and got the tops over here. They're going to be separate. I'm going to use this same pot here to actually get them to seal. So I'll be showing that in a little bit what I'm doing. But it's been about 10 minutes and I'm still shaking the butter. And I just want to go ahead and get this going. And it'll probably be another 10-15 minutes or so of me shaking, somewhere around in there anyway. So all this should have been to a boil and sterilized good and everything. But anyway, after about 10 minutes or so, you'll see it's pretty much sticking to the walls in here real good. And what it looks like, just so you know, it's kind of a thicker than mayonnaise, like a whipped cream kind of. And in fact, that's how you make whipped cream. Instead of doing salt, you would have done vanilla extract and sugar and made whipped cream out of it. So anyway, that's after about 10 minutes or so, and I'm going to keep going, and I'll show you where we're at in just a little bit. Okay guys, well, you see it's still going. Now it's starting to go back to a liquid form, but it's not sticking to the walls like it was before. Now ignore the discoloration. Like I said, this is honey butter, but it's done the exact same way. But you can see it's in here in clumps, kinda, and you can see the liquid all around it. It's still not quite done yet, and basically now what you're doing, this is where this part here comes in. I'm trying to get the liquid to separate. So you'll start to develop more what looks like milk, and then the clumps will start to accumulate together. And then as needed, if you need to, you can pour some of that excess off and keep going. But now we're just trying to get it to separate. Probably another 6 to 8 minutes left. Be right back. Okay, the noise that you may hear in the background, guys, I'm doing a lot more than this, so what I'm doing is doing it in a mixer, so that's what that little humming noise is in the background. But as you can see here, it is separating pretty good, but there's so much liquid in there I can't get it to separate really easy anymore. So what I'm going to do is pour this off and then keep going. So we'll see how it does. It's been about 3 minutes, by the way, since the last one, and that's what you get after about 3 minutes. But anyway, I'm going to pour this off and keep going with it. Okay guys, well, here it is. Now you'll notice that it's not the consistency of butter yet, and you know, I got my honey in there, which really didn't affect it very much. Basically, as far as consistency, I mean, which it does taste great. I had a little bit sample of it, but you can see the consistency of it. It does move around in there, but that is pretty much done. So now we just have to jar it up. Okay guys, I have these little jars here. They have been sterilized. Now I'm just going to fill them up with butter. And it's pretty easy to do because it is rather soft right now. Anyway, do that, then we just got to seal them up. I'll do the rest of these and come back in just a second. Okay guys, well I'm going to show you how you can do a basic can on it. Since this is a product that has fat in it and things like that, you would want to do this under pressure. So I do have a pressure canner, and that's what I'll be using for the bigger batch that I have. But if you just want to seal them up, or it really isn't even necessary if you plan to eat it right now, as with most things, just put them into something that seals the top and just do a basic wash. But that will not can for long term because this does have fat in it and could go bad. So you would have to do the pressure canning like you would if you were doing meat or anything else. Anyway guys, I'm just going to seal these up just to have a good tight seal for me to take to work and things like that. But these are going to be eaten probably within the next week, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And thanks for watching guys, and I'll be back with another video real soon.